You know, we're all getting pretty used to these new AI assistants, right? They're popping up everywhere, helping us write emails, summarizing long articles, basically organizing our lives. But what if I told you they have a secret? A secret that could actually put everything you do on your computer at risk. I mean, it's a pretty chilling thought, isn't it? The very tool designed to make your life easier, hijacked, turned into a spy, stealing your files, and taking over your digital world. Well, today we're going to look at a real case that shows this isn't just some sci-fi movie plot. It's a brand new challenge that we are all about to face. All right, so first, let's talk about the superpower itself. We're looking at the incredible promise of AI assistants being built directly into the tools we use every single day. And we're going to start with the Google Chrome browser. So picture this, it's September 2025, and Google just integrated its Gemini AI right into Chrome. All of a sudden, with just one click, you've got this assistant that can summarize any web page or help you write that really tricky email. The big goal, of course, is a future where it can handle complex, automated tasks for you all across the web. And look, this is a huge deal. This isn't just another chatbot sitting in another tab. It's an agent, something that can actually see what you're doing and actively help you out. The convenience is just undeniable. It really points to a future where our browsers are more like intelligent partners. But, to be that helpful, that agent needs a whole lot of power. And that brings us to the other side of the coin. Because for an AI to be that integrated, it needs a special kind of access. You can think of it like having a master key to your browser. And, well, handing out a master key is always a risky move. Let me break this down for you. A normal website is pretty much locked in its own little box. It can't see what you're doing in other tabs. But the Gemini AI panel, that's totally different. It's what we call a high-privilege component. To do its job, it has to see across all your tabs, access your files, maybe even use your camera. It holds that master key. The researcher who actually found the flaw we're about to talk about, Gal Wiseman, he put it perfectly. He pointed out that when you create this super powerful new thing inside the browser, you're also creating a whole new playground for security holes. It instantly becomes this brand new, very, very attractive target for attackers. And that brings us to the main event, a vulnerability that shows us exactly how this master key can get stolen. Let's just call it the Gemini panel heist. So fast forward to late 2025, researchers find a flaw. And it's not in some random website. No, this is in the core of the Google Chrome browser itself. And it's directly tied to this shiny, new, powerful AI feature. The flaw got an official name, CVE 2026-0628. A CVE is basically a unique ID for a known security flaw. So what was it? Well, in simple terms, the security rules that were supposed to keep the super powerful Gemini panels safe and isolated, they just weren't strong enough. And that meant a malicious browser extension could literally reach in and take control of it. And listen, this wasn't some minor bug. On the universal scale for rating these things, it scored an 8.8 out of 10. That's officially rated as high severity. So yeah, this was a really big deal. But what could an attacker actually do with it? Okay, this is where it gets genuinely frightening. By taking over the Gemini panel, an attacker could do everything the AI assistant was supposed to do, but for their own nasty purposes. They could turn on your camera and microphone without you ever knowing, take a screenshot of your online bank account, read private documents you have saved on your computer. Basically, they could get a powerful foothold on your entire system. So, how did they pull it off? Well, it wasn't about breaking down the front door. It was about tricking the person who holds the master key, the Gemini panel, into opening that door for them. So here's the playbook. First, it starts with you. You get tricked into installing what looks like a totally harmless browser extension. Step 2, that extension, even with its basic permissions, goes after the highly privileged Gemini panel. Third, it uses the flaw to inject its own malicious code right into that trusted space. And then the final step, bam. The attacker now has all the power of the AI assistant. They've just stolen the master key. And this right here perfectly illustrates the core of the problem. I mean, we expect extensions to interact with websites. That's what ad blockers do, right? But for an extension to reach inside the browser itself and hijack a core trusted part of it, that completely shatters the security model and is, as the researcher said, a really serious risk. Okay, so we understand the threat. We've seen the heist. What does this all mean for the future? Because this wasn't just some one-off bug. It's more like a sign of things to come. First off, the good news. In this scenario, the story has a happy ending. The flaw was discovered responsibly, it was reported to Google, and in early January 2026, they pushed out a patch. So, as long as you kept your browser updated, you were safe from this particular attack. And this is the really important part. The key takeaway here is so much bigger. This single bug was a warning shot. As we bake these incredibly powerful, agent-like AIs deeper and deeper into our software, we are creating a whole new class of unbelievably powerful, and therefore unbelievably risky, targets for attackers. Think about it. This one bug got fixed, but the fundamental design, giving AI privileged access to everything, that's here to stay. So the real question isn't just about what can my AI do for me, it's also what could a hacker do with it? As we race to build more powerful assistants, we really have to ask ourselves, are we also building the perfect Trojan horse? How we answer that question is going to define the security of our digital lives for years to come.